YSK meal delivery sites often maintain free online versions of their recipes that are ad-free, dirt cheap, and walk you through every step of the cooking process. Why YSK? Everybody knows how frustrating it is to find recipes online. It's often just AI-generated blog spam without any way of knowing whether the recipe actually works. Meal delivery sites like Blue Apron, HelloFresh, Home Chef, etc., however, maintain all their recipes online and don't require registration to view them. They are the same recipes they send to their customers. Except you can buy the ingredients yourself and save tons of time and money. There are a ton of benefits to keeping these sites bookmarked. No more blog spam. Because the meals are intended to turn them a profit, pretty much everything can be cooked for under $20, and the fancy ones still often no more than $30 or so. Every single step of the cooking process is documented so you can make them even with minimal cooking experience. Pretty much everything is guaranteed to taste awesome. For example, I made this recipe the other night. Blue Apron charges $20.30 for meal kits like this to be delivered, but I was able to make twice the portion size for $12, and I happen to already have things like butter and capers. If you want to do more cooking and are on a tight budget, these websites are a lifesaver, and I highly recommend keeping them bookmarked. Some example recipe sites I use: Blue Apron recipes, Home Chef recipes, HelloFresh recipes, Sunbasket recipes. I learned to cook with HelloFresh. The 1-unit stock concentrate is a teaspoon of something like better than bouillon. You can get massive jars of the chicken, beef, and veggie at Costco. Long after canceling the HelloFresh service, I still use the recipe cards. One of the best things about the plan is the recipe cards and how clearly everything is laid out. Especially since I'm not much of a cook. I especially like using these recipes when cooking for two or just myself. So many recipes that I find on blogs or in cookbooks serve 4 to 6, and can be difficult to cut down. Since a lot of these meal services offer a 2-person option, the recipe is built to use even amounts of items like produce that are harder to cut down. Makes shopping and cooking in small quantities so much easier. Check out the app Mealy. It's free, lets you pick your own recipes, and creates a combined grocery list of all the recipes you pick for your chosen meals, whether it's one recipe or 6 different ones. I have used it for years and makes groceries and dinner easier and gets you out of your staple meal ruts. I tell everyone about it, and I wish they sponsored me somehow. There will usually be some ingredient that seems intentionally obscure, but you can look up substitutes pretty easily. Can confirm we found every plate has all their recipes on their site. Only thing they don't do is list how much of seasonings and stuff to use. After we got our first box for 70 off, we saved all the sizes for spices and sauces so we know how much to use across all the recipes. We are going to start doing this more with our Blue Apron subscription. We love the convenience, but dealing with the packaging in an environmentally friendly way is becoming a pain. I like that HelloFresh gives the right portions of vegetables and stuff. When they send a handful of lettuce instead of me buying a whole bag or head of lettuce, or 1 lime instead of a whole bag. Even better advice: never use a recipe from Google that doesn't have a bunch of 5-star reviews. I know reviews can be made up, but it's never steered me wrong. Sadly, more and more of them seem to include an unspecific spice pack or some other special ingredient that you can't easily get. Otherwise, this is a good idea. The biggest problem I have with those meal delivery things is the quality of the food. The quality varies from merely cheap to almost inedible. Some of the vegetables I've had in them have been ridiculously old. In some recipes it doesn't matter too much, but some it really does. Amazing, thank you. SSSSSSH, I thought this was our little secret. Don't let the companies know we do this. Seoul. You can also use their endless return offers to constantly get boxes as if you had a subscription. I'm not sure with others, but at least with HelloFresh we get 6 meals for 2 people for about $30-40. We cancel it right after our card gets charged. And within a day or two I'll get an email from them offering a return deal. These discounts are heavily front-loaded, so if you forget to cancel it goes from $30 to $100. But I've been doing this for a few months and getting cheap, easy food. Interesting. This is great, thank you for sharing, and for including all the links too. How were the chops? Honestly, I just use standard recipe sites, mainly BBC Good Food, but it's better for baking. This is a great YSK. I've always wanted to try a meal kit, but thought it was silly when each meal costs like $13 when I could get the ingredients cheaper. But like you said, I'd just be endlessly scrolling through random cooking blogs looking for recipes to try out. Definitely will be utilizing some of these. Thank you for this. Yes. So handy. And I agree, the ways the recipes are written are much better for newer cooks. Many of the recipes come with some sort of sauce or vinaigrette or dressing that might be a little more difficult to create without purchasing a few things, which is one of the reasons I keep using them now and again. And you can download the actual recipe card PDF and print it out. Yo, op, you are amazing. This is a great post. LPT. Super useful. Thanks. Had no idea. OMG, I was thinking of getting HelloFresh. I'm about to move out in 2 months just for the recipes. But you just saved me tons of money, thank you. The only issue I have with these recipes is sometimes the measurements are based on the ingredients and how they ship. So sometimes instead of saying a teaspoon or whatever, it just says 1 packet. A minor annoyance, but when I feel worth pointing out, especially for novice cooks. This thread is the high point of my day so far. Wow, good to know, thank you. Thank you, op. This is very helpful. This is a great resource, thanks. This is the best YSK I have come across. This is a great hack. Thanks for sharing. So cool, and so many sites. I wish there was one for dream dinners. I won 6 meals through them once and really liked them, but found out I have to order $200 worth to make any more. Ugh. Ad free, huh? Sounds like this is an advertisement. Can't fool me. This is a game changer. This is a really good LPT. Saving this post. I used to love cooking and thought I was pretty good at it, but stopped doing it when I got married, because my wife preferred to do it herself. Now that I'm divorced, I realized I've forgotten how to make good food for myself and can't figure out portions to save my life. This is a huge help. Thank you for this great tip. Do you find yourself using one site over another for, say, Indian cuisine, which has low carb or keto recipes? Thanks, op. This is a great YSK. Because the meals are intended to turn them a profit. Pretty much everything can be cooked for under $20, and the fancy ones still often no more than $30 or so. How expensive is food in America? How many meals do you get out of $20? This sounds like an ad for those companies, but nice tip nonetheless.